Come join Corey and I in the kitchen as we do a extreme deep clean of our freezer. We're going to go through and get all our foods organized, see what we need to toss, see what we need to meal prep with. So come along and let's get this party started up in here. B is telling Otis, "Neener, neener, neener, you're out there and I'm in here, ha ha." I could just stare at these goobers all day, watching them watch each other. And then Hazel runs by and they're both looking at Hazel. I need to laugh. I wanted to make some lunch using some of the things we have on hand. We have our leftover mixture from our mini shepherd's pie. And my husband just put the mixture on top of the potatoes. But anyway, we're going to improvise. We're going to use the rest of the Dolly Parton biscuit mix that I had to make the crust, which I've already blind baked. So we're going to do another round of mini shepherd pies. And in case the liquid got soaked up overnight, I'm going to add a little bit of our smoked turkey broth and just kind of moisten it up a little bit. And whatever is left, this was left over from when we made beans the other night, and we just needed a cup out of here. So this is what's left. This turkey broth was also the base for our smoked tomato bisque soup, which I pulled a carton out of the freezer. And what I'm going to do is just add whatever is left of the broth. Once I use it for the shepherd's pie, we'll put it into the tomato bisque, and then we'll have a lunch or a midday snack later on today. Let's get started. I know this may be the most extra thing you've ever seen, but I'm going to take some of the smoked turkey broth just to give it a little bit of moisture. I don't want the biscuits to be soggy, but I'm just going in with a syringe and adding a little bit. This will give it a little moisture and a whole lot of flavor. These were even better today. I added a little bit of parsley, but both Corey and I really liked the biscuit dough instead of the pie crust. So we're about to clean out our freezer. If you are in the preparedness community, one of the things that crosses your mind is if the power was to go out. And the first food that would be compromised is the food in your freezer, in your refrigerator. They're perishable with a shorter shelf life. So those are the things that I want to focus on. I know that the food that we freeze dry will be fine. I know that the food in our pantry will go a little bit longer. At the end of February, I'm already having visions of where I want to go shopping and do grocery hauls and things like that to replenish what we're going to use up over the next month and a half. Last time we cleaned out the deep freezer, we had a bunch of fruit. Some of the bags were open, and we just compiled it and made like a giant smoothie, and then we freeze dried it. We will also put aside some ingredients to put into some homemade dog food. For example, if we have some ground up turkey or rice or sweet potato, we'll make a pile of things for the dogs. We'll make stuff to be freeze dried, stuff to be vacuum sealed, or we will incorporate it into our weekly meal plan. Before we get started, I wanted to go ahead and let you know what we're working with. We have two refrigerators that are a refrigerator on one side and a freezer on the other, and then we have an additional deep freezer. I would like to get rid of more of the convenience foods, the boxed frozen foods that take up so much space. I know that there's a couple things from my pantry that I wish I had room to store in my freezer. So this freezer in the kitchen is supposed to be mostly vegetarian food products. My children are vegetarians, so we'll have some vegetarian frozen dinners in here. We also keep all of our fruit for our smoothies in the bottom drawers, and we keep a lot of our tofu in here, our soy crumbles, our vegan or vegetarian sausage patties. But let me show you what takes up the most space. Where are my postmenopausal women? Okay, let me show you what all I got. We've got this for my knee, this for my neck. This is for the bottom of my feet if you suffer from plantar fasciitis. This one is for my wrist, I think. Is that what this one is? Yeah, for my rheumatoid arthritis. I am double jointed, have been my whole life. The good news is I don't break bones very easily because I'm able to hyperextend them. But look at my fingers. And I'm sure many of you have noticed in my cooking videos, when I've got my hands out, they're like all mangled. I'm a freak, I know. So this one is for my hands. So then what was that one for? I don't know, I'll figure that out later. This thing is awesome. I got it on Amazon. No, I'm not sponsored. I don't even know who makes this, but I will be happy to look it up if you want. Instead of putting an ice pack directly on a sore muscle, and getting like freezer burn, this just stays in constant motion. Oh, that feels so good. I know this is a freezer clean out challenge and I'm showing you all these non-food items, but this is what takes up a bulk of space. These I got at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, I think. No, this came on Amazon if you suffer from any kind of water retention or puffy skin. Oh, that feels awesome. It's like a little spa day if you ever need to get the circulation going in your skin. The one that came from the Dollar Tree is this little guy here. You just roll it if you got circles like I do always. You just roll these under your eyes. Okay, that feels so good. Okay, but this is not a broke down Kelly falling apart episode. This is a freezer clean out pertaining to food. So let's get started. So Corey is here with us today to clean out the freezer, and he's got a hot mic on because he always says the funniest things when he grumbles to himself when he's cleaning the freezer out. He gets so frustrated. This is how many was left. There were 4. Corey says he liked it better made with the biscuit dough for the crust instead of the pie crust. That's what we did today. So we've got 4 left. We are going to go ahead and vacuum seal and freeze these. And let's see what else we got going on. So this is for the vacuum seal pile. Where do we start?
Yeah, me. Oh, look at all these potatoes. See, this is the kind of stuff that's just stupid.
Can anybody guess and tell us what these are? I would almost venture to say these are chicken fried steaks, but they're not in a box, and they're open. I have no idea what those are. We are about to play a mad game of Jenga.
And what is that?
I don't know. Corey just pointed out to me that these were Olivia's tacos back when she was eating meat, and that was 2 years ago, so these can probably go.
There's all your veggies, all your fruit. What's that noise?
That's because you had the freezer open too long.
Oh.
I don't know if y'all can see that ice back there on the wall, but that is a result of not enough airflow. You don't want to have your freezer so full that air can't circulate. So we're going to make this row vegetarian convenience meals. We've got some frozen dinners, like these Stouffer's Veggie Lover lasagna. These are so good. We got a couple of stragglers in here that don't need to be in here. A meatloaf, a pot pie, these pickled pups from Trader Joe's. I wanted to like these. These were so gross. We're going to go through this pile right here, and things that have meat in them are going to go in a different freezer. Some Swedish meatballs. Over here is our vegetarian meat substitutes. We've got falafel, meat-free chicken nuggets, sausage patty.
I don't even know what that is.
Fake chicken, some cauliflower, veggie fries. Okay, so these aren't entirely vegetarian because if they have bacon in them, I know the girls will not eat those.
Veggie Todd, none of them like those.
Thing is, the freezer's so full, I don't even know if they know the stuff is in there.
Are you doing the box meals?
Yeah. Okay, so I see some Brussels sprouts, which the girls like Brussels sprouts, but it's got bacon on it, so no, they're not going to eat that. That needs to be moved. This is really, really hard for me because I can't just stare into the freezer and strategize. Corey keeps telling me to close it, so I am trying to think. The top shelf is empty, and I think we will put things that are vegetarian sides on the top shelf. Balsamic and honey roasted winter blend. I guess that's got some squash in it. Vegetables are a side, so we'll put our broccoli in here, which, isn't there some in the deep freezer too? Don't we have a bunch of vegetables in there?
Yeah.
Trader Joe's Japanese style edamame and fried rice. This needs to go on that top shelf. On the door of the bottom shelf, I've got some butter that I froze. And we've got these gourmet butters that I need to use. Vegetable dumplings, kimchi pancakes, spring roll wrappers, egg roll wrappers, empanada wrappers. Can those go down there with the Brazilian bread bites?
Yeah.
I think there's frozen fruit in that bottom drawer. Scallion pancakes, frozen tofu in the door maybe. We're going to try to see if we can put all these random open bags of fries into a basket.
Yeah, it'll fit there.
Does it look like we should take the packets that are in there out? Or
Yeah.
I know what we're having for dinner this week. These can go into the freezer in the game room. Okay, I had to make room in the other freezer by pulling vegetarian side dishes out of there to put back into the kitchen freezer. I think Chloe will eat this. I just don't think she knows it's here. I think they'll eat, but...
About these aren't open. If they're
Okay.
gonna eat it.
Yeah, let's ask them. And let's put that black bean in there.
I did buy that one recently. All the sides, like the rice, the spring rolls, the pancakes, all that's up there. Fries and stuff back in here, edamame, veggie fries, some vegetarian sides, and all the vegetarian Morningstar stuff down there. And falafel in here, and fruit in there. This is like tofu in the wrappers. That's butters and empanadas, and then that's some bread and some
Brazilian
wrappers.
bites.
Yeah, Brazilian bites.
Looks good to me. Okay, so now we're in our game room, aka Corey's man cave, aka the cat room. This is where the cats congregate. There's not a whole lot that needs to be done with the freezer. Corey has proudly got this in an order that makes sense to him, not so much to me. If I was to come grab some meat in here, I don't know where to go, but he does. We've got all this meat from top to bottom. A lot of it is vacuum sealed, and then we've moved some of our convenience foods from the kitchen freezer into here that have meat in them.
The bottom drawer is usually stuff like sausages, bacon, pepperoni.
Pork loins.
I got some black mussels in there, some green chili. Then a lot of this up here is beef. Like I said, we threw there, and there's some chicken breast in there. Up here these two shelves are mainly chicken, pork, and the pork roast, and there's some tuna steaks in there that I make poke with. And we have fish up here. We have salmon. We have salmon patties. We have salmon fillets, and then the rest are steaks. And there's some meatballs that I just picked up. There's random stuff. There's Wagyu beef. There's some Tinga chicken, some broth.
We got Texas-shaped ice cubes and waffles. How many other states can say they have that? I'm not talking about the ones that are shaped like squares. So in this refrigerator, this kind of catches the overflow of what we can't fit in the kitchen refrigerator. So anytime we go to Costco and bulk up on items like milks that come 2 or 3 to a pack, we put the extras in here. We have a whole bunch of coffee creamers. We have our abundance of drinks, our Clamato iced coffee, whipped cream for coffee, sauces that we open and can't fit in the other refrigerator, probiotic drinks. We will put the bulk produce that is getting ready to go bad. It's not quite ready for the compost, but it's something we're not going to eat. Like this broccoli here, we'll save that for Chloe's rabbit, Vincent. Here's some prosciutto. These are kind of like Capri Suns from the Asian market. They're so much better though. So this is, I believe, a mango flavor pouch. And then we just have some Jell-O. And whenever Corey goes to Specs, he might grab some cheese from there, different cheeses that you can't really get at the grocery store. Here in the door, we just put a variety of drinks that we like. We all drink different things, so it's not abnormal for us to have 20 different drinks going on. So Corey and Olivia like the unsweet tea. Chloe and I like sweet tea. Chloe drinks Cokes. I drink Dr. Pepper. As far as water, we have a ton of different waters. I'm about to show you that in a second. These have chia seeds in them, iced coffees, frappuccinos, mi tienda drinks. On top of the refrigerator, we have a bunch of random drinks like V8s and mixes for Corey's drinks. We also have a lot of marinades up there that we can't fit in the pantry. Shelf-stable Thai tea. This should go in where my coffee bar is. Soya, mojo, chipotle, Korean barbecue sauce. Corey likes to keep inventory and keep his eye on this. He doesn't want it to go into the abyss of our pantry, so this is where this will stay for now. Now it's time to just grab a couple of different drinks to put in the refrigerator to start getting cold. Now we're in the apartment and we have our deep freezer behind us. We did a video a few months ago, I believe, where we cleaned this freezer out. So it's still pretty much in good shape. I will be sure to leave a link in the description box of when we cleaned this out a couple of months ago. So it really doesn't need too much work done. This freezer is full. So this is probably where I'm going to focus on doing my meal planning for the week. I'll come in here and look through here and see some options for us. It has a little bit of everything. Let me show you. At a glance, we've got some convenience foods. Bulgogi beef here with rice and kimchi. Trader Joe's Hatch green chili, mac and cheese. Quite a few of these fish cakes that we got from the Asian market that we can try. I haven't seen anybody eat these in a while. Is this... No, this is still pretty full, or it's halfway full. I was going to say I could pull a few out and throw the box away to give us more space, but I'll ask the girls if they're eating these anymore. These were more for the summer. I don't see too many people eating popsicles nowadays, but meal prep I did in a previous video of Olivia's breakfast where I made the... where I made the lentil sausage patties and some biscuits, so whenever she wants breakfast, she can come grab these. Some chimichurri, fried rice, some kebabs. This is where we'll come to get an idea for a meal, for meal planning, grab something, and then build around it. So if we go get some vegetables out of the pantry, or if we have some produce in the refrigerator, or some vegetables in the freezer, that kitchen freezer has a lot of our sides, so this is where we'll come to kind of get the main entree. We hope that you enjoyed our refrigerator and freezers clean out. We hope we gave you an idea of how to meal prep and give you a little bit of inspiration if you're looking to clean out your freezer or refrigerator. I know that it's some kind of a dreaded process. I hope you enjoyed Corey's grumbling. I tell you, it is so funny when he's cleaning things out because he's like an old curmudgeon that just gripes about everything in there.
Most of it needs to be thrown out, to be honest with you.
I tell you, if I blink or if I look the other way, he's throwing a lot of that stuff out. But
2-year-old tacos, yeah, that's right. Meat you can't even identify.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. So we balance each other out. I'm a little more frugal, but he does the job that some of these things need to get done, because sometimes I get in a situation where I'm hoarding old food that nobody's going to eat. So it all balances itself out. We're the yin to the yang, right?
Something like that.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.